You better come home, Speedy Gonzales, away from Texas.
Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. We're looking at how to destroy an atheist in debate, part 6 I think it is. And what I'm going to tell you now is going to be really helpful, and that is the art of communication. Now, I have done a lot of work on this. I do know what I'm talking about. I did my dissertation when I did my degree on preaching and new psychological methods in learning and how we learn and how the brain works concerning communication. So the advice I'm going to give you is going to be very helpful as you conduct your debate. First of all, make sure that you speak clearly and in a calm way. Make sure that you project your voice. Don't be too loud or you'll be seen as aggressive, and don't be too low or you'll be seen as too passive. Make sure that you speak in a confident way. Make sure that you, if you have a mic, that you don't speak too loud or too low in the mic. So check the mic beforehand. If, for example, they haven't got a mic and it's in a forum where you have to just speak, make sure that you're not speaking too loud and you're not speaking too quietly. The rule of the game is be confident. Have someone at the back let you know if you're speaking at the right volume, okay? So get them to check that out. Turn up earlier, you know, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour before the debate to check the sound system. That's very important and will help you. Thing is, just be confident and be calm. Be calm throughout all the debate. When you're being asked questions, don't answer in an aggressive way. Don't answer in a cocky way. Answer it in a respectful way where you show humility and kindness. And that's another key thing in the debate. It's not what you say is powerful, it's also how you say it. So make sure that when you're talking to your opponent that you speak to them with respect, that you show them respect, and you show the atheist community respect in the open forum. Because as you do that, that will carry a lot of weight with people. They'll say, well, I don't agree with what they say, but boy, they really are people who, that person is a real nice, kind person. So be nice and be kind and be respectful, but also be confident. Be very, very confident of where you're at and what you're saying, okay? Because confidence is important in delivering what you've got to say. Okay, then what you need to do then is a lot of debaters will use very cold, clinical, logical arguments. Now, the best debaters and the best communicators use a variety of ways of reasoning. What I mean to say is, the human brain, okay, is reason, it is imagination, and it is emotion, okay? And now the best debaters know this, so when they are using arguments, they'll appeal to the whole human being. The debaters that are not very good, they'll have very cold, clinical, logical arguments. Now that is that's okay if you're using 1 or 2 arguments in a debate, but if you're using 6 or 7 arguments and it's all logic and it's all close reasoning, people begin to switch off because sometimes they can't follow the arguments. Sometimes the arguments can be too technical, whatever. So you've got to be very, very careful in your communication. The best debaters debate appealing to the whole brain. So here's how it goes. In your debate, you give a couple of very clear, concise, logical arguments, okay? But then you give a variety of evidences. So you might use scientific evidence, historical evidence, you know, a variety of evidences from all sorts of disciplines and areas of life, okay? Tell a story, or tell a testimony of someone. So for example, if you debated on the resurrection of Christ, you could give some historical evidence, Tacitus, Josephus, etc. Okay? Then you could tell a story and say, well, Josh McDowell, he studied the resurrection of Christ, and tell his story, and that story will be powerful and will communicate what you're trying to say in a very powerful way. Okay? And then you could go back again and use another historical example and say, you know, there was a historian at such a period of history who didn't believe in the resurrection of Christ, and he studied it and he became a Christian. So bring in logic, but bring in some stories to make what you're saying live. For example, Bart Ehrman is a typical example. He used strong arguments and logical arguments, but also he's a skeptic, but he uses story. You know, before he starts a debate, he tells people about his story, and it's powerful. So make sure that you've got some things in your debate where you can appeal to people on the emotional and the imaginative part of their brain, as well as the logical part, and that will be really helpful in just getting across your arguments in a more creative way and in a more vibrant way, and will carry a lot of weight. So make sure your demeanor is nice. Make sure that you communicate in a confident way, and make sure that you appeal to the whole brain when you're in debate, and you'll have a powerful communicative style. Make sure you dress contextual. You know, make sure that you dress in a way that is appropriate for the venue. Alright, so if you've been invited for a university academic debate, make sure you wear clothes that's in that context. If you're going to a student union group and it's at the bar, make sure you go in context. So try and be contextual. Try and blend in with the environment that you're in. Okay, and that will be a help in getting your communication across of what you're trying to say. But also be yourself. You know, be who you are. You know, there's only one you, and you will do your debate the way you want to do. So there's also a case of you being the person that you are. Alright, but be relaxed and enjoy the debate, and you'll be able to flow much better in your communication. Thank you for listening.
Stop all of your drinking.